After the earthquake, shaking's done. That's when we pop up, correct? And every plan, every school plan I've seen in California over the last 24 years of working with schools, they all say duck, cover, and hold, and then the next line says evacuate. Pretty simple. The big hole in that plan is, what do you do if you have victims? What do you do if you got a classroom of 30 kids or a department with 15 people? I'm going to get back to you in a second. And you've got injured people. What do you do with those injured people? Anybody got kids in school? Let me ask you a question. In your child's classroom, the 10-year-old, they have an earthquake. 30 kids in the classroom, earthquake hits, they all duck and cover. When the shaking's done, who should be the first one to the door? Who should be the first one to the door?
The teacher.
Excellent choice. Okay. Have the adult lead the way. Because she wants to make sure, or he, that it's safer outside than it is in here. And while they're at the door, they're giving instruction to the class. Okay, kids, let's go. Everybody up, let's evacuate. Correct? 27 come out. He or she looks back and realizes, oh shoot, we had 30 a few minutes ago. And then we see 3 other children not getting up. What is the next move?
She's going to have to go back in.
What? Let me tell you what the injuries are. One's, oh, I got carried away. One is not breathing, one is bleeding severely, and one's in shock. Most schools in California has been given the instructions to take the 27, because they've been told, you know, this triage thing, which we're going to get into later. You guys will learn how to really do triage. But they've been told that you got to do the most good for the greatest number, which is absolutely true, but it doesn't apply in this situation. It's completely twisted. But they'll tell people, take the 27, go out to the ball field, and do a roll call. And then we're going to come back and get your 3 with a search and rescue team. How long do you think it would take to muster up a search and rescue team at your site and get back in, or at Mrs. Leonard's site, and get back into that classroom to get the 3 kids?
Probably 30 minutes.
Well, I've been doing drills with schools for 24 years, and I will tell you, I've never seen a school get back in, evacuate, get back in under 20 minutes. And that somebody had their act together. But they weren't doing it the right way, which I'm going to give you today. Because we're going to speed this up. We can't do this anymore. This is just we're antiquated. We're doing 1990 thinking. How many people we have in a room originally? 30, correct? Remember how crazy it was? So you know what I did? I got everybody that could walk out of the room. Now, we didn't talk about this earlier, so we're going to cover it now. That's called triage. Here's why. Everybody that walked past me, every child, every adult, every coworker, is breathing, which means they have a pulse. Yeah, and if they were bleeding, it wasn't significant, but if they were, I would have told them to take their hand and put it over the cut. And don't remove it, because it's only going to start the bleeding again. But hold this until I get out there. I'll be out in a minute, literally 45 seconds, okay? And everybody else that came by, guess what? I know none of those victims that walked by were in shock. How do I know none of them were in shock? Because they follow directions. If you're in shock, you cannot follow simple commands. So what I want to know is anybody that walked out of that room going to die? And the answer is no. Do they have first aid issues? Absolutely. They got bumps and cuts and scrapes and glass stuck in their arm. They're not going to die from that. What I've got to do is come in now and see if there's anybody left over. Because it's the quiet ones. The ones that are screaming and making all the noise are going to be fine. It's true. Go to a car accident. 4 people in a car. The 3 that are screaming are going to be, it's the quiet one. You got to take care of the quiet ones. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to come in. And what matters? Oh my God, you got 3 victims. I gave you the 3 worst that even exist. And you're probably never going to ever see this, where you have all 3 together. I mean, come on. That's 1 in a trillion. But if you do, now you know how to manage it.